Okay, so I've been sitting here for a minute trying to think of how I want to start this video off, but I can't think of anything, and I don't want to jump in with hey guys because I've been missing for 4 months. I haven't made a video in 4 months, but I wanted to make sort of like an end of the year video. I've built up a habit of doing this for like the last 3 years, and 2018 for me was a year of really big self-reflection. I feel like my 2018 was just about self-awareness and about the way that I see myself from the inside out. At the beginning of the year, I did my 30 days challenge, if you guys can remember. If you haven't seen that yet, please go and watch it. I'm very proud of that video. I did my 30 days in February, right around which is my birthday month. My birthday is February 16th. So that was pretty powerful. And then I went to Washington with my brothers. This year, I also went to Georgia for the first time. It's just amazing how many different things I did this year that I've never done before. I took 3 classes throughout the entirety of this year that were focused on meditation and reflection and just doing different things. One was a writing class. So every day we had to journal, and then we had like these little prompts to do, which I loved. And the other one was like a personality-based class. So I learned my personality type. I learned what strengths, my weaknesses and stuff. So this year has been really awesome in terms of self-reflection. So I want to share some products and some things that kind of helped me throughout the year. And these are not typical makeup items. These are like different things, but I want to share them because in a way they each kind of have their own story. So let's rewind back and pretend that I haven't been gone for the last 4 months off of YouTube. Alright, so my first item, which is not typical, like I said, remember, these are not typical items, but it is, and I'm not sponsored. I wish I was though. It was, you know, that's, besides YouTube, this is what really started my my journey into studying marketing. I love Dove products, love. If anybody knows, Dove has like the most heart-wrenching commercials. My favorite one, which I guess is pretty recent, would be the one where they had people describe themselves and had a sketch artist draw it out, and then they looked at the difference, and then, you know, they talked about how they view themselves and whatnot. That's one of my favorite Dove commercials, but anyway, I digress. So this product is Dove's Cream Oil Intensive Body Lotion. I know everybody loves Dove. Their body wash is awesome. Their moisturizer is awesome. I didn't even pick this up because I love Dove in specific, because budget don't always mean we can get Dove, but I picked it up because it has oil in it and I am in love. So I wanted to share with you guys. It's basically a typical lotion. Pop out the shower and you moisturize your body. I hope. I know not everybody does that. Nobody, it irritates me to jump out the shower, even if I'm like going straight to bed. I mean, sometimes, you know, you just moisturize the areas that are going to show depending on your outfit. But for me, I like to moisturize, especially at night, like every single time. Okay, we're locking in the moisturizer for 2019. Okay, stop playing. Let's moisturize those skins. Anyway, but I love this moisturizer because the mixture of the lotion and the oil makes it so much easier to put on, especially at night. I don't know, it feels like I'm having a spa moment every single time I use it. It's worth the extra $1 or $2 that you would, that you'll pay for it as opposed to your normal moisturizers, but I definitely recommend everyone try this. But I included this one because I don't get a lot of time to go to the spa and stuff, which I really need right now. But for me, it's like the little things that make a big difference throughout the year. Like, I loved my Washington, D.C. trip, which I spent a lot of money on. But my 30 days trip was amazing. That was something I did. I didn't go anywhere special. I mean, I did a couple things that I had to pay for, like that art class that I took called Painting with a Twist. But for the most part, I didn't do anything that cost a lot of money, and I will never forget that experience. In fact, I want to do it again. Maybe I'll continue to make a trend and do it, not a trend, but make it a habit to do that for my birthday month. So the point is that it's little things that make a big difference for that you remember is what I'm trying to say. I'm stumbling over my words. But so it's like giving myself a spa treatment every night. So it's just the little things that count is what I'm trying to say. So that was my first favorite product of the year that I feel like had to do with like my growth and development. Yeah. Kind of cheesy, but I recommend you guys get it. The second item of the year, which is in my kitchen now, is my electric kettle. And I know it seems silly, right? But I didn't realize that it was a product that I didn't know I needed in my life. I found really great uses for it, other than just boiling the water, obviously. But for me, I'm Caribbean, you guys, if you don't know, I'm Jamaican. Born in the US, born and raised in New York, but my family is from Jamaica. I'm first generation born here. And every Caribbean person knows we are tea people, okay? I was born and raised in on tea, okay? So I have a great relationship with tea. My father made sure we drunk it every single morning and blah blah blah. But I actually come to like tea, which I can't say for a lot of Caribbean habits, but there's a whole experience to me. There's a whole experience to me with drinking tea, like especially when I have extra time in the morning, where I don't have to like wake up and rush off to work. So in the morning, I like to, as soon as I get up, I turn the kettle on, just flip of a switch, half a lemon, a packet of Truvia, which I love, and I want to say like a teaspoon and a half of honey, and then I just pour the water on it. And I don't know, guys, there's something about the experience to me that also brings me to my next favorite of the year, which is this app called Insight Timer. And it's basically a collection of so many meditations, guided meditations, yoga nidra, sound bowl and stuff like that. I've had to use it for 2 of the classes that I took. It definitely opened up my mind, and because I had also been taking the writing classes, we had to document it as we went along. And of course, in my head, meditating was, you know, the sit down into like this. Anyways, you guys should definitely check out the app. It has been a pretty good, it's been a game changer for me, and I didn't expect that. So I also wanted to share it with you guys. So dialing back to what I said before about just being more aware of what I put in my body, I've also been very, I don't want to say obsessed, but for lack of better words, obsessed with not eating dairy. And I've done a pretty good job of replacing it. 2 things that I found. This brand, it's called Elmhurst, and I have completely replaced my milk with using this brand. They have different things. So what it's called is, it's called milked almond. So not almond milk, milked almonds, which is literally exactly what it sounds like, hard pressed or cold pressed, whatever they do. It only has 3 ingredients. The brand only uses 3 to 4 ingredients, and they're all readable: water, cane sugar, the almonds, or they don't always use almonds. Sometimes they use cashews, walnuts, that kind of stuff, and then that's it. That's it. So 3 ingredients: water, cane sugar, and not all. I don't believe all of them have cane sugar in it, but it's an ingredient that I know. You know, it's not like fructose corn syrup or some crap. And then they have the peanut or nut that they use. Here's my thing. This is expensive in comparison to regular milk. Regular milk, I honestly don't know how much regular milk is anymore because I haven't had regular milk in a while. But this bottle is $5, and it's pretty much the size of this. You know, just going straight down. It's like it looks like a regular milk carton, but it's $5, which is a lot. But hear me out. I recommend getting both the almonds and the cashews for the first time. Why? Is because the almond consistency is thick like a creamer. What I've done when I get the almond one, or when I had it, I don't buy that one anymore because now I like the cashews. The milked cashews has the consistency of regular milk. So that's how I cut milk out of my life, cold turkey, or yeah, milk, because I'm trying to move away from dairy. But the second thing, which is my always gets me. Okay, I love ice cream. I'm an ice cream fanatic. Everybody knows that I love it. If anybody knows me knows that I love ice cream. I can have 5 ice creams in my freezer at one time, but we're not doing that anymore. So I found this amazing brand. They don't technically call it ice cream. I don't know. I'm sure that there's like a legal reason for that. They call it a frozen dessert. It's a dairy-free ice cream and it tastes amazing. It is the closest thing to ice cream that doesn't have dairy in it that I have found so far. This specific ice cream in particular is so good. It has caramel in it. It has chocolate chunks in it, but it's not the chunks that like you gotta chew. It literally just disintegrates into your mouth. It's so good. And then of course it has cashews in it because that's what it says on the front. It's like a cashew ice cream. I don't remember. So apparently cashew is a big theme going around when you don't want to drink dairy. So I forgot to include this, so we're gonna dial back just a tiny bit. But the Electric Kettle, the second thing that I have been using it for, on top of the many uses that it has, I have been using it for baths. I have taken baths to a whole new level. I like to keep my kettle in, I don't have an outlet near the shower. I don't think anyone does because I'm pretty sure that's illegal. But anyway, I keep my kettle in the bath. Me and bath, and you can use bath time whenever you take a bubble bath to use the Insight Timer app. I like to read my books while I take a bubble bath, but sometimes I like to just let the Insight Timer play. But just the whole bubble bath experience for me is so relaxing. I so recommend it. I like to just keep I'm losing my train of thought. So just I'm in my head, I'm like in the bubble bath already, all relaxed. Anyway, the point is the Electric Kettle. Having the Electric Kettle right next to, or not right next, be careful. Having it in the bathroom allows me to just reheat water and just dump it in the tub as I'm going, because obviously the bubble bath water is gonna get cold after some point. So just having it to constantly refill the water heater. The kettle only takes like 2 minutes to, not even, only takes a minute. I want to say it takes a solid minute before it's hot if you have it filled up all the way to the top. So that's what I've been using it for as well. I love me a good bath bomb. I love my books. I love my candles lit. I'm a candle person too. I have 3 times as many candles as I do ice cream, just to put it into perspective for you. In the name of self-care, the last item that I've been loving, and I've had this since my birthday. I think February was when I bought it, and it literally, I haven't made a dent in it yet, but this is the Honey Potion Renewing Antioxidant Hydration Mask with Ignatia and Green Envy Honey. It's a warming mask that's supposed to help with glowing, complexion, and all that good stuff. And it's so soothing on the skin. The fact that it warms on my skin makes my skin feel like more relaxed. I don't know, it's like getting a massage for your body, but just on your face. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. And for the second product was this Retinol Serum. They recommend that you use this only at night, which I also do as well because how concentrated it is. Skin sensitivity, especially if you live somewhere warm, either way, it can still damage your skin. Either way, this has helped the texture of my skin in specific. I've noticed the dramatic difference in how my skin feels and how it looks, especially around the area of my mouth. That was the area that I really wanted to work on, and I have. Yeah, I think I shared with you all my products and all my things, all my favorites for the year. And I hope it made sense in the way that I explained it, because I know that I like to get up here and I haven't made a video in a while, so I know I probably rambled a bit. But I hope that made some resemblance of sense. If you guys have any products that you have been loving for 2018, it can be makeup too, always open to that. Though I have more than enough makeup, I haven't really purchased too many things, but yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, you can always leave them in the comment section. So those were all the products that I have been loving this year, and I hope that the stories behind them inspired you to go out and get them, or just made enough sense to you guys. I know that I haven't been on here in a while, so I probably rambled a little bit. If there was a tip that I would give to anyone in general, really, just don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing amazing, sweetie. I hope you guys have an amazing year. I hope you guys have had an amazing Christmas, and I hope you guys have an amazing 2019, and I will see you guys in a couple days with my next video.